Call the meeting to order.
No, appreciate that.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
There are 20 supervisors present. Supervisors Grady, Garcia, and Carroll are excused. Excuse me, there is 21. Supervisor Meadows is here.
20.
20. Oh, well, okay, I said it right, but you voted no against. Okay. 20 supervisors are here. 3 are excused. Supervisors Garcia, Grady, and Carroll.
Moving on to citizens' comments. Are there any citizens wishing to speak?
$732 13th Court, Kenosha, Wisconsin. Good evening, Chair Uhas, my fellow county board members, county staff, and residents. I'm here on this side of the room tonight, speaking during citizens' comments along with my family because November is National Adoption Month. It's a time to recognize the many ways that families are formed through adoption and to remember the children who are still waiting for a safe and loving home. And so this is a topic that's near and dear to our family's heart. My wife and I are proud adoptive parents of 2 wonderful children, our 9-year-old daughter through a private domestic adoption and our 8-year-old son through the foster care system. And each of their stories are unique, but both of them remind us every day of the power of love, stability, and belonging. And we're deeply grateful for the social workers, for the agencies, the community partners who support families like ours all throughout the adoption journey and beyond. And at the same time, we know that there are still many children, including right here in Kenosha County, who deserve that same opportunity to grow up in a permanent, forever family. And so this month is a chance to honor adoptive and foster families, to celebrate the professionals who help guide them, and to renew our commitment as a community to ensure that every child has a place to call home. So on your desks tonight, you'll find a column that I wrote 10 years ago this month, for the Kenosha News about Adoption Awareness Month. And now, a decade later, our family has grown by 2 through adoption, and we're still doing what we can to help spread the word and to support our local adoption community through the Jockey Bean Family Foundation and other ways. And so if anyone has any questions about how you can get involved or how you can support the local foster adoptive care community, please reach out to us. We're more than happy to share our story, and we're happy to help answer any questions that you can or connect you with the information you may need. So thank you for taking the time to reflect tonight upon November as Adoption Awareness Month, and thank you for your continued work to strengthen children and families here in our community.
Thank you, Vice Chair Gaschke. Any other citizens' comments? Any other citizens' comments? Any other citizens' comments? Seeing none, citizens' comments are closed.
The presentation of the 2026 Kenosha County budget by Supervisor Gentz.
I'm going to just start tonight by saying, in my 18 years of getting budgets, this is the leanest one I've got. And it was fun, and yet I know it was challenging for the staffs that had to put it together. I want to thank the finance department, Patty, Barna, Matt, for putting their work into it. All the other departments that did stellar work on weeding down what we could do to get to this point. Kudos to all of them, to our great employees throughout the county. And And I also want to thank the committees, for seeing the budget through the committee process and bringing it to the Finance Committee, and the due diligence that the Finance Committee did on it. I thought it was very well done. I do appreciate the other supervisors who came in and attended the meeting and asked questions and participated. But it's a very lean budget. It's a budget that I'm happy to support. And with that, I will go over some of the numbers, so try to stay awake. The general purpose levy is $80,095,811, or 2.96 increase from 2025. 20 years general purpose levy, 18 of them were budgets I got, average 2.49 increase. I think that's really good, and I would match that against any other taxing authority in our area, so very good. Taxes paid on a home of $300,000 would equal $911.97, or up $9.70. Equalized value, that's always a question that comes out at this time. Increase of $1.84 billion. The equalized value over 10 years, the average is plus 8.49, and that's with TID out, the tax districts. Mill rate, 12 consecutive years of decrease of tax rate. I mean, it's no wonder we have a AAA bond rating with this type of budgeting. Very good, very good. Overall levy increase, 2.3 million. Expenditure increase of 16.1 million. Revenue increase of 13.8 million. Net reduction of 695 FTEs, or minus $895,000. That's very rare. 2 FTEs are fully funded with non-levy sources. Then we get into the material operating expenditure changes and revenue changes. County personnel expense increased, including sheriff overtime and wellness protect program, jail, medical, dental, and food supplies. IT data processing cost expenditure increase, debt service increase, joint services county share increase, and the human services placement decrease. Material operating revenue changes to offset that include investment income for revenue decrease, sales tax revenue increase, state shared revenue increase, federal inmate housing revenue decrease, county portion of city contribution for health division increase, and ARPA revenue expiration. Now I'm going to get into a little bit about the capital programs, the county capital improvements, 23.6 million bonding for 41.3 million in capital expenditures, with 17.7 million funded with grants, intergovernmental revenues, and reserves. 14.4 million of Public Works Department Planning and Development Division capital expenditures for the South Pike River Restoration Legacy Project, offset with 11.9 million of revenue. 8.4 million of Public Works Department Highway Division capital expenditures in road engineering, right-of-way, construction of various projects, including CTA County Highways W and K, offset with 2.5 million of revenue. 5.9 million of Public Works Department Facilities Division capital expenditures, which include 2.1 million for the ceremonial courthouse restoration legacy project, 1.2 million for the West End Transit Receive Tower, and 1 million for the KCDC roof replacement. 3.6 million of Public Works Department Highway Division capital for transportation infrastructure, including paving of approximately 11.5 miles of county roads. 2.7 million of Public Works Department Parks Division capital expenditures, which include the study plan for Kemper Shoreline, which we're going to have to address in the future, offset with 1.4 million of revenue and reserves. Just a couple more. 1.7 million of IT Division capital expenditures for various countywide projects, with a majority focus in countywide infrastructure and technology life cycle refresh. $1.6 million of Public Works Department Golf Division capital expenditures fully funded with Golf Fund reserves. This includes $1 million for the golf course improvement project. I remember earlier in my budgeting where we were wondering if the golf department was going to ever make money. There was talk of closing, 9 holes of one of our courses, and they've done a great job, as has Brookside with both of our funds in that regard. $1.6 million Sheriff's Department capital expenditures, which include $480 for annual body and vehicle camera program and other equipment needs. Last one, $1.3 million of Public Works Department Highway Division capital expenditures for vehicles and equipment. So that's some of the projects, the capital projects that we're going to be looking at. The budget resolution, which I believe is the most important piece of our budget, where policies and procedures come in as well as numbers. The changes there include the approval of per diem definition clarification and payment authorization. We're going to take a look at the per diems, who gets them, who doesn't, what they are. Not guaranteeing any changes, but we're going to look at them. Approval of administration review of all county-appointed boards, commissions, and committees eligible for said per diem or mileage reimbursement, and directive to report the results to the Finance Committee in Q2 2026. Approval of authorization to spend down the remaining balance of Monsanto settlement funds for already approved projects with reporting to the Finance and Administration Committee. Approval of the Deputy Sheriff's Association 3-year labor agreement, which I think, after looking at it, was a win-win for both sides. So that turned out well. In conclusion, the Finance and Administration Committee held budget hearings over 4 days and approved the county executive's budget with the following amendments: a revision to the circuit court budget of $40,000 increase in revenue, a revision to the workforce development budget of $10,000 increase in expenditures related to the SHARES program. The Finance and Administration Committee approved one initial resolution, 13.505 million for 2025 capital projects. The budget resolution presented was approved as amended by the Finance and Administration Committee. Now this says in all red in capitals, please announce. So I'm going to announce. On your desk, there's a Finance and Administration 2026 budget adjustment page that summarizes the approved amendments and revisions to the county executive proposed budget. Upon approval of the 2026 county budget, an updated and final electronic version will be available on the county's website, and replacement pages will be provided to those of us who like pages at the next, that's not in there, I added that, at the next county board meeting for those who have physical copies of the 2026 budget. So with that, that is our budget, and it was a pleasure to work on, and it was a pleasure to have all of the staff and everybody contribute. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Supervisor Gens. Entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion by Supervisor Gerstin, second by Supervisor Nordigan. All in favor?
We're just getting started.
Aye. Opposed?
I'm having fun. Why are we adjourning? Okay.
We are adjourned.
I'm not going to stockpile all yours. Huh? Well, I got 3 years down here, so.
All right, we're going to move on to the annual meeting. So I will call the annual meeting to order. Roll call of supervisors, please. Okay.
21 supervisors are present. Supervisors Grady and Garcia are excused.
Citizens'
For the record, I'd like to put it on voice, that Supervisor Carroll was here for that whole meeting.
It is,
So-
it's
oh,
noticed.
I didn't hear that, but,
Yes.
okay.
Okay. Moving on to citizens' comments. Are there any citizens wishing to speak? Any citizens wishing to speak? Any citizens wishing to speak? Seeing none, citizens' comments are closed. Moving on to announcements of the chairperson. I do have two tonight. The first one is about the holiday party. The RSVP is on your desk. If you do intend on going, please RSVP to the clerk's office by November 26th. And pay. Reggie would like your money as well as your RSVP by that time. And then also, and I do apologize, but I did not find out about this until about 5 o'clock tonight, but there is going to be a committee of the whole next Monday from 6 to 7 p.m., and it's in regards to the Axon body cameras. The company is going to be here, as well as the Sheriff's Department, to demonstrate and give a presentation on the body cams. I know we do have 9 new supervisors, so if you're able to attend, it will be from 6 to 7 o'clock in chambers on Monday night. And again, I do apologize for the late notice, but I was given it tonight, so. Monday the 10th, from 6 to 7 in chambers. And it will be recorded. So if you can't make it, there is that option to watch it on YouTube at a later time, or watch it live as it's taking place. And tonight, for Youth and Governance, we have Ethan Dane and Alexander Nardi. Thank you both for attending tonight. It's nice to see you. Moving on to supervisor reports. Are there any supervisors wishing to give a report tonight? No one? Okay, supervisor reports are closed. Moving on to new business.
New business, Policy Resolution 3, first reading, 2 required. Resolution 145 from the Human Services Committee, a resolution to approve the appointment of Stephanie Connolly to serve on the Kenosha County Human Services Board. This passed unanimously at committee. Supervisor Nordigan was excused.
Supervisor Franco.
I move Resolution 145.
Moved by Supervisor Franco, seconded by Supervisor Kirby. Supervisor Franco.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The Human Services Committee approved the appointment of Stephanie Colony to serve on the Kenosha County Human Services Board. We ask for the board's support.
Thank you, Supervisor Franco. Any discussion on Resolution 145? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution passes unanimously.
Resolution 146 from the Human Services Committee, a resolution to approve the reappointment of Charles Burmeister to serve on the Kenosha County Veterans Service Commission. This passed unanimously at committee. Supervisor Nordigan was excused.
Supervisor Franco.
I move Resolution 146.
Moved by Supervisor Franco, seconded by Supervisor Nez. Supervisor Franco.
Yes, the Human Services Committee approved the reappointment of Charles Burmeister to serve on the Kenosha County Veterans Service Commission. We ask for the board's support as well.
Thank you, Supervisor Franco. Any discussion on Resolution 146? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
Resolution 147 from the Human Services Committee, a resolution to approve the reappointment of Donald Deal to serve on Kenosha County Veterans Service Commission. This passed unanimously at committee. Supervisor Nordigan was excused.
Supervisor Franco.
Yes, I move Resolution 147.
Moved by Supervisor Franco, seconded by Supervisor Brown. Supervisor Franco.
Yes, the Human Services Committee also approved the reappointment of Donald Deal to serve on the Kenosha County Veterans Services Commission. We ask for the board's support.
Any discussion on Resolution 147? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution 147 passes unanimously.
Resolution 148 from the Human Services Committee, a resolution to approve the reappointment of Julie Bales to serve on Kenosha County Commission on Aging and Disability Services. This passed unanimously at committee. Supervisor Nordigan was excused.
Supervisor Franco.
Yes, the committee approved the reappointment of Julie Bales to serve on the Kenosha County Commission on Aging and Disability Services. We ask for the board's support.
Any discussion on Resolution 148? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Resolution 148 passes unanimously.
Resolution 149 from the Human Services Committee, a resolution to approve the reappointment of Constance Carr to serve on the Kenosha County Human Services Board. This passed unanimously at committee. Supervisor Nordigan excused.
Supervisor Franco.
I move Resolution 149.
Moved by Supervisor Franco, seconded by Supervisor Robinson. Supervisor Franco.
The Human Services Committee approved the reappointment of Constance Carr to serve on the Kenosha County Human Services Board. We ask for the board's support.
Any discussion on Resolution 149? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Resolution 149 passes unanimously.
Communication 113, a communication from the Judiciary and Law Enforcement Committee, a resolution to accept COPS Safer Outcome Grant, enhancing de-escalation and crisis response training.
Refer to Judiciary and Law Enforcement and Finance Administration Committees.
Communication 114, a communication from the Judiciary and Law Enforcement Committee, a resolution to approve fiscal year 2026 Office of Emergency Communications and Operable Radio Grant Program.
Refer to Judiciary and Law Enforcement and Finance Administration Committees.
Claim 49, Gregory F. Carroll, property damage.
Refer to Corporation Counsel.
The approval of the October 21st, 2025 minutes by Supervisor Decker.
Supervisor Decker.
Motion to approve the October 21st, 2025 minutes.
Motion by Supervisor Decker, seconded by Supervisor Morrissey. Any amendments to the minutes?
I didn't see any.
Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Supervisor Decker, seconded by Supervisor Meadows. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned.